Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Roughing It, 2002. I've given this 1 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really boring and long, almost 3 hours on DVD. Although it says 3 to 4 hours, they must have cut it for the DVD, I guess. I don't know. It gets a really high 7 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a Hallmark Channel TV movie starring James Garner, Ned Beatty, and Eric Roberts. It's based on the Mark Twain book, and the people who gave it really low ratings actually read the book. They say very loosely uh, tied to the actual book. So that was kind of interesting. I've never read the book, so I can't really say for sure, but anyways, it's about Mark Twain as a teenager, also known as Samuel Clemens as his real name. Mark Twain is his pen name, and he talks about heading west to with his brother to Nevada, Carson City, in a stagecoach from Missouri, and he recounts his teenage years in a graduation speech, which wasn't in the book. And James Garner plays the older Mark Twain. Eric Roberts plays the foreman at one of the mills in Nevada, and then Ned Beatty plays the bad guy, the rough guy, who likes to kill people on very kind of not very serious argument, kind of over little stuff, kind of like my son's mother, the way she likes to argue. But anyways, roughing it. So when he gets to Nevada, he doesn't really have a plan. He's just kind of wandering around aimlessly. He meets a couple of prospectors, and they almost freeze to death before they realize that they're within 5 yards of their destination, which is this cabin where these young ladies are serving them food and stuff. And he keeps getting money from his brother, who works for as the governor's secretary, to go out prospecting, and they actually lay claim to a blind patch or something where they expect to be millionaires, but then his brother gets sick, so he has to go back, and things start to unravel. But he does manage to write a letter to the editor of the newspaper there, kind of guess what happens towards the end. He gets a job for $25 a week, which is 2.5 times what he's making at the mill under the foreman Eric Roberts. He made the mistake of taunting Eric Roberts that he was going to be a millionaire, Eric Roberts ended up getting the deed after it expired after 10 days. The other two prospectors went on a wild goose chase for 10 days and they lost the deed. So that's pretty much the story. I don't know what else to say about this movie. It's just I never really liked Hallmark Channel or Hallmark Channel television movies or anything associated with Hallmark Channel. It tends to have more conservative audience, so it's kind of like a family-friendly movie, I guess. But I was roughing it through almost 3 hours of this movie, quite literally. It put me to sleep a couple times. I took a little nappy poo. Of course, there's the dystopian nightmare police state has gotten worse by the day. There's a curfew at 8 p.m. tonight. I drop them off at San Mateo at 7 p.m. I just don't know if I go to Target I'll have enough time to get back here by 8 p.m. But I told my son that I wouldn't. I would just hold off on getting the hair clipper at Target for my haircut, my self-inflicted haircut. I probably won't be able to do it until Tuesday anyway. At which point he can fix all the spots that I missed. But anyways, pretty crazy times. I thought there would be riots and looting thanks to the coronavirus, but actually it's happening with this Minnesota fiasco. The cop putting his knee on some dude's neck and then he ends up dying. What a distraction from the coronavirus. Now Westfield Mall is on fire, and I think 30 shops have been looted in San Francisco. So the crazy people are out in full force, and the mayor wants to thank the nonviolent protesters. That sounds rather disingenuous after imposing a curfew on everybody else, except for first responders or something ridiculous. I do have my Good Eggs driver essential worker note in my car, but if I get pulled over, it'd be pretty hard to explain that I'm on my way to work when it's like 8 p.m. at night. So I think I'll hold off. I'll just procrastinate thanks to the curfew tonight, just to be on the safe side and to do it for my son. But I got Brubaker, another long 2-hour movie to watch. Robert Redford. And, probably Emmett Walsh is in that one. I went back into the Ned Beatty section of my queue. That's how I came up with this really lame Hallmark movie, television movie from 2002. And it's only got 270 ratings on IMDb. So Anyways, what else can I say about this? It's just not at all interesting. It's typical Hallmark Channel stuff. If you're sleeping on the couch watching this, if you're laying on the couch watching this, you might fall asleep from the boring dialogue. And people are so fake; they're just overly nice, with the exception of Ned Beatty, of course, playing the bad guy. But it's just like, who behaves like this in real life? Honestly, even if it was over 100 years ago, the story anyway, it just didn't seem genuine or very good portrayal of the so-called Wild West, with all these peaceful kind of do-gooder people. The Wild West was better portrayed in the Wild West movie that I just saw prior to this. So it's kind of ironic that I saw two back-to-back movies from the same time period, essentially. And anyways, kind of disappointed that I can't get my hair clipper tonight, but I promised my son that I'd get back here by 8 o'clock. If I leave San Mateo, after I drop him off and go straight here, I'll probably make it back at 7:35. So, if I go to Target, who knows if I'll make the 8 p.m. cutoff. I'll probably be searching all over Target for 20 minutes just to find the dang thing. And I don't know. I don't know if I make it. But I guess I won't risk getting pulled over. So that's the plan. Watch Brubaker now, and we'll comply with the curfew tonight. I hope there's not going to be another one, but the way this mayor behaves, it's would surprise me if they declare curfew constantly nowadays. So that's the end of my review. I guess I'll watch Brubaker now. Later.